Good morning, everyone. It is October 30th, 2020. It is Halloween weekend. I hope that you guys have fun and be safe. Be safe with yourselves. Be safe, COVIDly distant. We don't want anybody getting sick in our school. Um, so before I start with today's lesson, which is going to be task 20, I had a couple things that I wanted to talk to you about. Number one is that if you haven't heard, you will be hearing soon that our district is going to live teaching for the second quarter, which is November 12th. What does that mean for you? You will still be cohort 1 or cohort 2. You will still go to school physically on the days that you have been assigned. However, on the days that you're at home, you will be expected to enter the classroom with the rest of your class that's live and in person, and you will be getting instruction through the computer, and attendance will be taken and all of that. You will be following the same schedule that you follow as if you were in the building. With that in mind, one of the things that I thought that I would do is I am going to invite all kids to all lessons starting next week. Whether you're group 1 or group 2, I'm going to put out, I'm inviting everybody to my lessons. That way, you get used to the schedule of being in school, and I will not have to videotape and then do live lessons because the videotapes are going to be gone. Um, so I will put that in a notice out to your families that I would like you to join class with your cohorts, getting you used to the schedule of getting up and getting to school at 7:30 and doing your lessons. Um, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is that it came out in parent conferences. We met with and joyfully met with 22 families yesterday. So we had 22 conferences at 15 minutes a shot. And then one conference ran super long. And so we got to see your parents, and they love you and they care about you, and it's all good. But one of the things that came out is that there are kids who are online with kids who are in live discussion, and you guys are chatting, whether it's through a group chat or like on the computer, you've set up like a group hang. That can't happen. When we are in class, the teachers need to give instruction, and we need to know what's going on, and we need you focused in on the lessons. So to have like this like texting thing off to the side, like, can't happen anymore. What I'm going to try and do is set myself up in land school. I know that Mrs. Butterick is up in land school. And if you have friends on a separate device during class, your device is gone. We also decided that if we see you on another device, we're going to ask you to put it across the room away from us, because you're in school, and that's like the most important thing, is attending the lessons. And I think once you're attending the lessons regularly, everything's going to be great. So as far as today goes, I am inviting anybody into my live lessons, but if you did not get up, this video is for you. We are in chapter, oh, I just had it out. Here we go. Hang on. We're in Freak the Mighty. We're in chapter 130, page 135, chapter 21. I have one more thing. When you, what I'm going to do is take a look at your write-longs. If they're in, they're counted as a collected mark. And I'm going to give you feedback, and you're going to get a second shot at doing a write-long to be graded using a rubric. So be looking for that and be looking for my feedback. I don't want to grade the first one out because you guys were, kind of guessing. It looks like some of you didn't highlight the way you were supposed to in my lessons and all of that. So what I want to do is give you some direct feedback. I have a new feedback app called Moat. I think I'm going to try to do that. Because I can do it verbally versus typing everything out, which might make my life a little bit easier with 88 of you. So look for that. If you're in Power School, Tell your parents it's in, it's collected. If it's not here, it's a 0, and it definitely affected your grade. If it's here, it's good, and it didn't move your grade at all. Okay? Now back to lesson 20. So today we're doing task 20. Okay, we're in Freak the Mighty. And we're going to read pages 135 to, I just had it, to 146. So it's 11 pages. It's really not that long. But I want to set you up for a new skill that you can annotate for or look for as you are reading. Good readers look for patterns in the text. And you guys have already been noticing some patterns where you see that things repeat. For example, we noticed a long time ago that Max calls himself goon. He calls himself moron. Um, um, it's escaping me. Butthead. He calls himself butthead a lot, along with other things. That's not an accident by Rodman Philbrick. He's giving you a hint into Max's character. How does Max feel about himself? So I want you to look for things that repeat. They could be objects that repeat, items that keep coming up over and over again. It could be settings that keep coming up over and over again. It could be vocabulary, like I just told you about goon and moron and those kinds of things. And it could be actions that the characters do that you notice that repeat frequently. So today what you're going to do is you are going to read the next 2 chapters. And what I want you to do is I want you to annotate for anything that you do notice, questions that you have, comments, thoughts. Your thoughts are the biggest, most important thing. But I also want you to see if you notice anything that has repeated, whether it's in this chapter or through the book, and can you tie it into these next 2 chapters? And we're going to go forward with this work next week when we go into the final chapters of the book. All right, so today's lesson is looking for things that repeat and asking yourself, why might they repeat and what do they show you? All right, why might they repeat and what do they show you? My kids in school are going to be annotating using, they're going to be annotating in groups. I do suggest 3-column notes work best probably for this activity. So there is my suggestion. 3-column notes is like my favorite way to annotate because it helps me get down to the nitty gritty of things. But you could choose to annotate in your own way. You just have to make sure you have text, you have page numbers of that text, and what you are thinking. Those are the 3 requirements: text, page numbers of text, and what you are thinking. Okay? Have a great day and be safe this weekend. Bye.